In 2026, content teams face three simultaneous pressures. First, AI search engines and assistants are reshaping how audiences discover information, from Google's evolving experiences to Bing Copilot and Perplexity. Second, traditional SEO still matters for rankings, crawlability, and proven organic channels. Third, organizations must produce more content at higher quality, faster than ever. AirOps positions itself as a solution to these pressures by connecting AI search visibility data directly to content execution and publishing. This review explains what AirOps is, who it serves, where it shines, and where it may fall short, so you can decide whether it fits your needs. What exactly is AirOps? It is an AI-powered content operations platform. In practical terms, that means AirOps centralizes planning, creation, and performance tracking, while tying decisions to real visibility signals from both classic search and AI-generated answers. Instead of treating AI search insights as a separate report, AirOps aims to make those insights the driver of your briefs, updates, and publication queue. Think of AirOps as three tools combined. First, a strategy and planning layer that organizes topics, queries, and entities. Second, an execution layer for content creation and publishing workflows, aligning writers, editors, and approvers on a shared process. Third, a performance layer that tracks outcomes across Google and AI experiences, emphasizing where your brand is seen, cited, or surfaced in synthesized results. Who is it for? AirOps is built for teams that need to coordinate multiple contributors and move quickly without losing oversight. Marketing groups at companies such as Webflow, Chime, Carta, and Kayak use AirOps to power strategy, creation, and performance tracking. If you manage editors, freelancers, and stakeholders who demand measurable results, a centralized system that turns visibility data into content action can reduce tool sprawl and rework. How does AirOps use AI? The emphasis is on AI search visibility and its connection to production. The platform tracks where brands and pages appear in AI-driven answers or snapshots, highlights opportunities and gaps, and routes those insights into content workflows. For example, if your product is underrepresented in AI answers for a high-intent topic, AirOps helps your team prioritize the brief or update most likely to improve coverage and citations. If your domain is frequently cited for certain entities, AirOps can tilt your plan toward reinforcing that authority with related content. Why does this matter now? AI assistants increasingly summarize results and cite a handful of sources. If your brand is not visible in those synthesized experiences, you risk losing reach even if you maintain traditional rankings. If you secure citations and presence within AI answers for commercial or educational queries, you can preserve discovery and demand in a changing landscape. Let's break down the benefits. The first advantage is alignment. AirOps keeps strategy, briefs, and production in one place, so teams work from the same priorities. The second advantage is speed with accountability. By converting visibility signals into executable tasks, the platform encourages faster publication while preserving review steps and governance. The third advantage is measurement that reflects reality. You still monitor rankings and organic traffic, but you also measure share of voice within AI answers, citation frequency, and coverage across important entities and topics. What about limitations? Any platform that consolidates planning, execution, and analytics comes with a learning curve. Teams must adapt their processes to take full advantage of shared workflows. AI search visibility itself is evolving, which means metrics and best practices will continue to change. You should expect iteration and recalibration. Finally, very small teams or solo creators may find the breadth of operations features more than they need, especially if they prefer a lightweight stack of point tools. Where does AirOps fit in your stack? It does not eliminate the value of core SEO practices like technical audits, site performance, or schema markup, nor does it replace your analytics of record for conversion tracking. Instead, AirOps focuses on the bridge between visibility insights and the content work that earns exposure. You can think of it as the hub where topics are prioritized, briefs are created, production is managed, and outcomes are assessed against both search and AI experiences. How should you evaluate AirOps? Start by mapping your current bottlenecks. Do content ideas stall because no one can tie them to measurable opportunities? Are publishing cadences inconsistent because teams juggle separate tools? Is visibility inside AI answers a blind spot? If you answered yes to any of these, assess whether AirOps' unified workflow can reduce those gaps. Next, define your success metrics. Pair traditional KPIs such as rankings, non-brand organic traffic, and conversions with AI era metrics including share of voice within AI answers, citation count, and coverage for your priority entities. Ensure the platform can surface these signals and make them actionable within your editorial calendar. What does rollout look like? A practical approach is to pilot with a focused topic cluster. First, establish baseline search rankings and AI visibility for a set of entities and queries. Second, generate or refine briefs tied to those opportunities. Third, publish or update content on a predictable cadence. Finally, measure changes in both organic performance and AI presence. This structured pilot will show whether the platform's data-to-execution link improves throughput, quality, and visibility. Who benefits most? Mid-market and enterprise teams with multiple contributors, agencies managing several clients, and brands competing in spaces where AI assistants commonly summarize buying advice or how-to content. These teams gain from shared governance, clearer priorities, and tighter feedback loops across planning, production, and results. Who might not be a fit? Organizations that publish infrequently, teams without the capacity to act on insights, or creators looking only for a low-cost drafting tool. AirOps' strength is operational alignment around visibility-driven content, not being a standalone writer. Best practices to maximize value include rigorous editorial QA, documented brand voice, and entity-first planning. Treat AI-generated suggestions as inputs rather than final outputs. Maintain human review for accuracy and claims, especially in regulated or complex domains. Align each brief with a clear visibility hypothesis, such as increasing presence within AI answers for a commercial intent query or defending authority around a core entity. In terms of competitive landscape, you will still rely on technical SEO tools, analytics platforms, and your CMS. AirOps' differentiator is the explicit tie between AI search visibility and the content workflow, aiming to ensure that each asset you produce maps to measurable opportunities across both Google and AI experiences. The bottom line is straightforward. If your mandate is to increase the speed and impact of content while securing presence and citations within AI-driven discovery, AirOps offers a structured approach that connects insights to execution and tracks performance on the outcomes that matter now. If you are content with isolated tools, ad hoc planning, and limited visibility into AI answers, you may not need a platform like this yet. But if your team is ready to operationalize GEO principles and treat AI search as a first-class channel alongside traditional SEO, AirOps is worth a serious look.